When the phone rang very late in the evening or early in the morning, it was usually my daughter Carly ringing from Australia. "Hi, Mum. How are you both? What's the weather like in Hoyo?" "Carly, lovely to hear from you. Joe's fine, and you know what Spanish summers are like, sunshine every day. How are you? How's Cam? How's my gorgeous granddaughter?" "Indy's fine. We're all fine. Actually, we were thinking of getting a pet to join the family. Lovely, like a guinea pig or rabbit. Well, no." "Oh, a cat? Or dog?" "No." "What then?" "We thought it might be nice to get a pig." "Wow! Do you have enough space in your new garden?" "Yes, plenty. Pigs are very intelligent and affectionate, apparently. Anyway, this weekend we're going to visit the farm where they're for sale. Keep me posted." "I wish Australia wasn't so far away." "I will. Can't wait for you both to come out to us this Christmas. You won't believe how Indy's grown, and I can't wait to show you our new house. We love it." "We can't wait either." It was the summer of 2014, and life was almost perfect. I say almost because one thing was bothering me. I couldn't talk to Joe about it. He wouldn't let me. But for now we were soaking up the Spanish summer. We hoped to spend Christmas in Australia, but that seemed a long way off. As a child, I used to love the feeling I had on the first day of the school holidays, when I knew I had 6 whole weeks stretching out ahead of me. It was the same in Hoyo in June. Hot weather was guaranteed. Barbecues would never be rained off. The Spanish sun was so big, hot and heavy that it barely managed to heave itself over the mountain range. But it did, and as the day progressed, it rolled in a giant arc across the sky until it hung high, burning all within its reach. While the villagers hid from the sun, Joe and I drove out of the valley to a neighbouring small town, where a cool, sparkling public pool awaited us. We loved it. Only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun, so we often had the pool to ourselves until later in the afternoon. A waterfall cascaded down the mountain slope above the pool, fed by warm, natural springs. Sometimes we saw wild goats cropping the dry grass on the crags above us. As they grazed, they stood silhouetted against the gigantic blue sky. Bright red dragonflies whizzed to and fro, often settling on the edge of the pool to rest. To us, the pool was enchanted.
"Pah!" said Paco, our next-door neighbour. "You go to that pool so much, you should get yourselves an abono."
Joe nodded sagely. I had no idea what an abono was, and made a mental note to ask Mr. Know-it-all later.
"Have you heard about the King of Spain?"
asked Carmen, her eyes wide with disbelief.
"I can hardly believe it."
"Yes, we watched the news last night." I didn't know a great deal about Spanish history, but I knew that Juan Carlos became king on the 22nd of November, 1975, 2 days after the loathed dictator Franco died. Juan Carlos introduced reforms and gently guided Spain back to democracy. Ordinary people, like our neighbours Paco and Carmen, adored their king, who they believed to have delivered them from evil.
"Madre mia!"
exclaimed Carmen, her double chins shaking.
"When Prime Minister Rajoy called that emergency press conference, we didn't expect King Juan Carlos to step down."
"Bah!" shouted Paco.
"He was a good king, exactly what we needed after that bastardo Franco."
"Paco," chided his wife, "we have company."
"Bah! Joe and Ricky know what kind of a man Franco was. But Juan Carlos is only 76 years old. He did not need to step down."
"It's a shock," agreed Carmen.